Navavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Happy New Year to all of you. Wish you all a very happy, healthy and a prosperous year beginning from today. While talking about prosperity, there are two kinds of prosperity. And may you have both these kinds of prosperity. The first kind of prosperity is the one with which we are all familiar. That is the material prosperity in terms of money, fame, power, position. And that, of course, you should have. And the other kind of prosperity is the spiritual prosperity. What Lord Krishna calls Devi Sampat, or the divine wealth or the divine virtues. And that prosperity also is extremely important. So we pray, wish and pray that you may also have this other prosperity of the nature of the divine virtues. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna describes many virtues, of which the two right now stand out in my mind. These are ahimsa or non-violence and kshama or accommodation, large-heartedness, forgiveness. Our Puja Swami used to say that these two virtues, ahimsa and kshama, non-violence and accommodation of forgiveness, make a person a saint. This person may or may not be a wise person, but still, having these virtues makes him a saintly person. He is a person, a simple person, who is comfortable with himself, who enjoys an inner harmony, an inner peace, and therefore he automatically spreads peace around himself through his thoughts, through his words, through his deeds. This saintly person spreads peace and happiness around himself also. Because he is able to accept and love other people as they are. He does not make any demands upon them as to what they should be and what they should not be, accepting them as they are. And that's the reason why people also feel very comfortable with him, because he's a non-demanding person, doesn't make demands. And therefore, there is harmony in the relationships also. So this person enjoys harmony within himself or herself, and also enjoys the harmony with the world around, with the people around, with human beings around. Our problem is usually with the human beings. And so he enjoys harmony with the human beings around. On the other hand, when one does not possess this divine virtue, one does not possess this saintliness, does not possess the spirit of non-violence or forgiveness, then one is not happy with oneself. Because it is that non-violence and the kshama, the forgiveness or accommodation brings out the very divine virtues from within me, brings out the very best in me, brings out the true self in me. And seeing myself in that manner, I feel happy with myself. I find myself happy with myself, satisfied with myself, accepting of myself. So there is self-acceptance. So there is no conflict in the mind. So whenever I am a non-violent person, a kind person, a compassionate person, I am free from conflicts in my mind. At that time I enjoy a peace and harmony within myself. I find I am acceptable to myself, I am happy with myself. When that is not, which is not there, there cannot be happiness, there cannot be peace in the mind. And Lord Krishna says, Ashantasya kutas sukham. How can a person be happy when that person does not enjoy the inner peace? How can there be happiness? Meaning that the inner peace is equated to happiness by Lord Krishna. Because happiness is a state of mind. It has nothing to do with what is around, with what one has, it has to do with what one is. And we can say that the happiness that a person enjoys is directly proportional to the inner wealth of virtues that one enjoys. We need both the kinds of prosperity, the material as well as the spiritual. Because material wealth, which is money and some power and name and fame, also we need to live our life comfortably and also meet our needs, our responsibilities, our commitments. So we have to live our life. And for living thus a responsible, accountable, comfortable life, we do need the material wealth also, no question about it. But then we also need to enjoy happiness and comfort. So inner comfort is also required. Not only outer comfort is required, inner comfort also is very much required. And for that, we need that divine virtues or divine prosperity or divine wealth. In short, there should be a judicious combination of both the material wealth as well as the divine wealth in our life. Vedanta is not opposed to material wealth at all, but Vedanta would suggest that the material wealth should not be acquired by compromising the divine wealth. So while pursuing the inner divine virtues, we may as well have the material wealth. Then we have the best of both. Briefly talking about these two virtues of ahimsa and kshama. Ahimsa means non-violence. And first of all, we should have a value for non-violence. Since I do not want to be hurt by others, it's only proper that I also should not hurt others. That's the basis for this value of non-violence. Meaning I should not hurt others physically as well as emotionally. And so, I do not only hurt physically and emotionally, and therefore I should be very conscious and alert and careful not to hurt others by my actions and by my words and by my thoughts, either physically or emotionally. And that is possible when I respect others. I respect other people as they are. As I respect myself as I am, I also have to strive to respect others as they are. Respecting others means respecting their sentiments, respecting their feelings, respecting their freedom to be what they are, respecting their views. Respect all of them. Even though they may be different from my own views and my own sentiments, and still I respect them. So respecting people means respecting their sentiments, respecting their freedom. And this is the basis for practicing non-violence. Really speaking, by respecting others in this manner, I am respecting myself. Because in the ultimate sense, their self and myself are not different. This value thus leads us to the knowledge of the oneness within themselves and myself. And that's the reason why whenever I'm able to display non-violence, there is harmony, because harmony with the true self, and therefore there is inner peace and inner comfort. But the question that arises is, what if they hurt me? Swamiji, I try not to hurt others, but other people hurt me. That is when the kshama, or that forgiveness, or accommodation, or large-heartedness, that is when that value gains importance. What is large-heartedness? To accept others, accommodate others, gracefully accept others in spite of their thoughts, in spite of their words, in spite of their actions. Without demanding that they change their thoughts and words and actions, I gracefully accept them. Because this is how we know we are able to do this with the people whom we love, like our children. And we are able to large-heartedly accept their words and deeds, and still there is no resentment towards them. My love doesn't get affected in spite of their behavior, because that love and large-heartedness is there. And for practicing kshama, we are required to have a similar large-heartedness and love for the other people also. Secondly, we should also remind ourselves that a person who hurts others is a hurt person. Because only a hurt person can hurt others, a happy person cannot hurt others. So that person's words, or the body language, or behavior is hurtful to me, shows that there is hurt within that person. And so our Swami used to say, have a two-step response. Rather than responding to the behavior of the person, which is a one-step response that we react usually to behavior. Take a step back and rather respond to the person behind the behavior. And we will find a hurt person. And that invoke our sympathy, our compassion. Kshama, or forgiveness, is possible when there is genuine sympathy, when there is genuine compassion, which arises when we see the person who is a hurt person. So, instead of responding to behavior, we try to respond to the person behind the behavior. Therefore, these are the most important values in relating to the people, in relating to the world, and relating to the people. Ahimsa and kshama become the most important values. That while relating to others, I seek or I try not to hurt others by my words or behavior or thoughts. And in responding to the behavior of others, as best as I can, I try to be as large-hearted as possible, as accommodative as possible. That brings about a harmony in the relationship. We can experience true love and happiness. That's a great challenge. And the greatest challenge comes from the people who are close to us. Because those who are close to us are more likely to hurt us. Because we have greater expectations from them. We get hurt when our expectations are not met with. And closer a person is, greater the expectations I am likely to have. And therefore, I am more likely to be hurt by people who are close to me. And secondly, we feel comfortable with people who are close to us. And therefore, we are not very watchful or alert with reference to practicing our value. And so when I feel comfortable, I become myself. I lose the awareness of my value, and my resentment, my anger comes out, meaning that my aggressiveness or violence also is more likely to manifest before the people who are close to me. Therefore, in relating to those who are close to me, these two values become extremely important. It's a great challenge. But we have to take up this challenge. And more we take up this challenge, more we grow in our large-heartedness, in accommodation, in our sensitivity. And more we grow, happier we are. More the divine virtues are cultivated, happier we find ourselves without any reason at all. And therefore, this becomes a journey towards becoming a saint, towards becoming a truly successful person. So again, good luck to all of you, that you take up this challenge, that this coming year, because we make these newer resolves. So this may be a good resolve, to try to be a person who practices ahimsa and kshama, non-violence and accommodation. Then you have the best of both. You have the outer comfort as well as the inner comfort. Again, best of luck. Om Tat Sat.